From New Orleans, 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Pelicans. This game is part of the travel schedule for Denver. They come into this one very confident. They feel like this is a game they should win against a team that struggled. We'll see if they can take care of business.
Well, Kevin, they're going to be very well acquainted with this club by the end of the season. They'll see them 4 times.
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
Here's Gordon. He had 10 points in the win against Philadelphia. Pass to Selmans. Dishes to Fredette. 6 on the shot clock. Denver grabs the miss. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home,
they really looked tired to me, and I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy.
Mr. Clutch is checked in for John Selmans. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, Monty Williams was just going over the plan with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Davis. That's how much confidence Coach has in his ability to get their offense operating at its peak level. And given his track record, that confidence is well-deserved. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
Ty Lawson, the former 18th overall pick back in 2009. Super quick, athletic point guard who looks to push the pace. He's been the perfect fit in the Nuggets' up-tempo offense.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Not a bad showing for him in his first NBA action last game. He's definitely a factor in the win.
And, you know, for as well as he played, he still looked to me as though he was receptive to coaching. I saw him getting tips from a teammate after the game. That's always a good sign.
And Lawson with the drive. Pulls it up. Here's Mozgov. And Davis sends it back.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
And there's the pass to Mr. Clutch. That's good. Mr. Clutch has got his second bucket. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Gallinari in the corner. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Fredette. Mozgov grabs the board.
This is really ugly, guys. I mean, he can't get anything to go.
Lawson with him. And it's Gordon picking him up. Foy dishes to Lawson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Ty Lawson somewhat undersized at the point guard position at 5'11", but he makes up for it with his strength, and he really competes defensively. He is not easy to push around.
It's his first trip to the line.
Well, pretty average numbers for him from the foul line, shooting about 75%.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Hutchins is checked in. And it's Anderson in for Anthony Davis.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Shot's good. 8 points for Lawson. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Fredette, the pass to Mr. Clutch. The 3. Good. Mr. Clutch has got 9.
I mean, what are you going to do defensively? He can just rise up and bang down a 3-ball like that. And he gets such separation with the height advantage.
It's a tie game in New Orleans. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
This Friday night, January 30th, Chris Paul and the...
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Guys, what stands... Changing it up here. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the 76ers.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
The backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Davis and Asik patrol the paint. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the 3 slot. That's the Pelicans 5. He lobs it up. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
Boy, I hope we see a few more of those.
Here's Mozgov. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Asik's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Took some time, and fans might have been unsure for a while, but clearly the Pelicans have a direction for this team now, and I think they're a franchise on the rise.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Jimmer Fredetti's checked in for Drew Holiday. Denver also making some changes.
And with the Pelicans getting a franchise big like they did with Davis always helps, but they're also active in acquiring talent to grow around him.
Here's Lawson. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Lawson's got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Now, here is Fredette. Lawson defending. Fredette, the pass to Mr. Clutch. An easy 2 points on the layup. Mr. Clutch has got 11. For the Pelicans, getting young talent is one thing, and they want to make sure, Clark, that they got the right talent to fit alongside their stars.
Kevin, I really think sometimes the cohesiveness and the fitting of the parts is overlooked and undervalued. And the Pelicans are trying to make that a real priority. Not only do we want talent, but we want it to fit together nicely. And you got to give them kudos for that.
That's a good point. Fredette kicks to Davis. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Davis. Shoots from 12. Another one falls for New Orleans.
If they're going to take tough outside shots, I mean, they're better off just firing from the three-point line.
Yeah, I agree with it. I mean, if you're going to be back there near the three-point line, you might as well take the 3. Just step back and knock it down.
Now, here is 4. Defended by Gordon. 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Asik pulls it in. Here's Mr. Clutch, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Look out, guys. Yeah, I think there's a lot more where that came from. When he gets it going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Here's Lawson. Shot is blocked. Got it up. No good. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Nuggets ahead, leading by 5. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play the second half?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
Anthony, thank you. Guys, it should be all business when you step between the lines.
Thank you so much, Doris.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. Number 1.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Mr. Clutch. 13 points. And from
Agins is checked in. Mr. Clutch comes in for John Salmons. Miller's checked in for Gordon. And it's Fredette in for Drew Holiday. And a switcher also for Denver. Gallinari's checked in. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Gallo and Fareed at the forwards. Foyle is out there with Lawson, and it's Hickson in the center position.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Steve, I thought those fans, those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
Molinari wide open and too long on the shot.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Misses the chippy right there. Puts up a prayer. Off target. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And
Congratulations, Anthony. You're so composed, but this...
a beautiful sunset glimpse of New Orleans, Louisiana, the city that never forgot. We've got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. For the Pelicans, happy to be here in New Orleans right now in the midst of a homestand. Very strong basketball is the recipe for them right now. 4 straight wins, looking for number 5.
Well, I don't know if these fans could be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has captured this community's imagination. The level of enthusiasm's absolutely off the charts.
Yeah, it's definitely a great atmosphere to be part of. The fans have had a lot to cheer for lately, and it's like they get more.
Checked in for Blake Griffin. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
You know, it's interesting to look at the relationship between Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. Blake, the unquestioned top dog until CP3 arrived 3 seasons ago, and Paul, of course, such a vocal leader. I think it's taken them some time to find the balance in that dynamic.
Mr. Clutch is checked in for John Salmon.
A moment to check out where Anthony Davis sits in the league rankings. First in blocks, and using his size and his power, he's at number 3 in the league in rebounding.
And you pointed out that his blocks per game average, Steve, is the highest in the NBA. I mean, he's leading the league in that category. It's there in the low post where he's been most valuable to his team, in my opinion.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Here's Mr. Clutch, covered by Barnes. Here's Hasek. The shot misses. Jordan with some nice D. The Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Davis setting the pick for Paul. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit. Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but it was a smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen. They sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Well, when you talk about vocal leaders among NBA players, you have to put Chris Paul right at the top of the list. Always talk. Better.
Some changes for New Orleans. Gents is checked in, and it's Anderson in for Anthony Davis. Jared Dudley's checked in for the Clippers. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And the Clippers making a change here. Farmar's checked in. Agenda the pass to Mr. Clutch. And fouls called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Glenn Big Baby Davis.
And you know, Chris Paul is what looks to be a natural leader. You take a look at him being elected the president of the NBA's Players Union. I think that indicates the respect he has on both sides of the aisle, with his peers, but also with those in management as well. Highly respected, not only because of his performance, but because of his character as well.
Now Farmar. Davis with a screen on Holiday. Farmar. That one off the back iron and out.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. And Chris Paul not shy about voicing his opinion, Steve, when it comes to Clippers' decisions in the front office.
No, but that's healthy, you know, particularly with his relationship with Doc Rivers. So, you know, Paul was instrumental in acquiring Barnes and Jamal Crawford. And, you know, look, when you have a star player, you should go to him for advice occasionally.
No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it was an easy win, mainly because they completely dominated the paint. The rebounding totals were really astounding.
44 seconds left in the first. Here's Mr. Clutch, covered by Barnes. There's the pick. Here's Fredette. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Davis. And now Reddick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he gets the bucket. Reddick's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
And Holiday, here we go. To the wing on the left. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Dudley. No good from Mr. Clutch. From midcourt. And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard. Los Angeles on top, leading by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen. Substitution here for New Orleans. Agins is checked in. Anderson comes in for Anthony Davis. Mr. Clutch is checked in for John Salmons. And it's Drew Holiday in for Gordon. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Glenn Davis is checked in for Jordan. Barnes comes in for Jared Dudley. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Farmer in for Chris Paul. So for the Clippers right now, Barnes and Griffin at the 3 and the 4. Farmar is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Davis in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result. Glenn Davis suffered that broken bone to his foot towards the end of the 2013 season, and that motivated him to slim down. He got down to the lightest weight he'd been since 8th grade, believe it or not, and still one of the strongest players in the league.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Drops in the layup for 2. Clippers leading by 6. 1:12 left to play here in the second quarter. Farmar kicks to Griffin. Shot from 12. Blocked. Outside Holiday.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, solid numbers for this club from the free throw line this season, shooting about 77% collectively.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Farmar. He hasn't yet put Davis with a screen on Holiday. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
50 seconds left now here in the second. There's the pass to Agins. And good on the basket. Book it.
Those are the kinds of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Here's Griffin. 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 5.
Kevin, they made less than 25% of their shots in the first quarter, coming out completely flat. They lacked energy and the execution was bad. But they've rebounded nicely here and look to extend the lead a bit with some nice shooting.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Clippers leading by 4. And Redick kicks to Farmar. Passes it to Barnes. Griffin dishes to Barnes. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. It's going to be Barnes shooting. That one is on Holiday. For Los Angeles, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of the game. And so that brings the first half to a close. Clippers lead by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin, and obviously a high-scoring half for you.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over from the first half. We're not going to let this game get away from us.
All right, the second half beginning. Who's checked in for New Orleans? Miller comes in for John Salmons. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jared Dudley's checked in for Matt Barnes. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material. But they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
Backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Anderson and Davis, they're in the middle. And it's Miller in at the 3. The Pelicans 5. Mr. Clutch, he's checked in for New Orleans. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. The strategy included running the offense through Griffin. The coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Holiday, the pass to Davis. On the wing, Gordon. 6 to shoot. Pass to Mr. Clutch. From 6 away. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mr. Clutch has got his second basket of the night.
And with the Clippers, I think a big part of how they can grind out a win, if need be, is that they know how to get to the free throw line.
It's tipped. It's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that back.
Substitution on the court.
Salmon's in for Drew Holiday. The Clippers also making some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And Matt Barnes is subbed in for Jared Dudley. Taking a look at Los Angeles. CP3 at point with Redick there in the backcourt. Davis is out there with Barnes. And it's Jordan in at the center position. Now here's Paul. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the...
Hey, Kevin, I'm here with...
Hey, Rook, keep your head up.
Oh, well, Coach Rivers. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I ain't playing very well.
Everybody has down nights. Don't dwell on it. I've seen you play. You've got game. You'll bounce back. Just keep working hard.
I will, for sure. Thanks again.